Michelle and I had a beautiful synergy in the beginning of our relationship, but it did not grow as circumstances in our life grew. And I found that the relationship slowly became lopsided, and I felt like eventually I became Michelle's therapist and not her friend.
Ouch.
So do you think
I'm
she was a
sorry
good
about
friend?
that.
Do you think she was a good friend to you?
I think that Michelle has a kind heart. I really love you as a person, Michelle. But I found it exhausting to listen to all your problems with only minimal curiosity about what was going on in my life. And I don't want my life to be focused on negativity. It's nice to have someone there to listen, but also to share in my joy with my family and my other concerns in life.
Do you feel that your relationship was one-sided and that you only...
I feel that we were both there for each other during different times. I didn't really consider her a therapist. I considered her, but I took everything she said, maybe as a therapist would say, because I think she's very smart, intelligent, and that's one other thing that I do love about her.
But you are acknowledging that when you were together, from your point of view, that there was times where it was a little bit more lopsided, that you
because
talked
my
a lot
time, my roller coaster for 5 years was quite a roller coaster. And yes, and she did tell me, which I don't think I could say to somebody, but she did tell me, she said, this, I don't want to talk about that anymore. And I felt like she ran out of patience with me, and I think as friendships, you should have patience, and maybe there's an easier, kinder way of saying it.
Do you think you ran out of patience with her?
I think I became exhausted by the continual problems. And I feel that when my input does not do any good, then I need to extract myself. If I had felt that my input was constructive, I would have stayed there. I would not abandon. But when a person hears and heeds your advice, but then goes back and does it again, and again, and again, and yet again.
I was lost.
It was a big responsibility for me.
I think there's times where we all get lost.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my time was a 5-year period.
Yeah.
And am I happy about that? Absolutely not. Did I want to put that stress on Etta? Absolutely not.
So how did you feel like your relationship was different when you were single?
Well, when we were single together, we had a lot of fun.
We did.
And then we realized that we had each other's heart to listen to. And I stopped drinking. I've been alcohol-free for 5 years, and Michelle continued to... Thank you. And Michelle continued to drink and hang around with that sort of scene, which I had nothing in common with, and then I had a boyfriend, and I'm very close to my sons and my children, my grandchildren, and we started having very different joys in life.
Got it.
We used to do music venues. We don't have to do that anymore. She can take time away from whatever it is, like once every 2 weeks. I do that with a lot of women. Once every 2 weeks, we set a date and we catch up and we talk about our grandchildren and our children, but that has never been, brought to me.
I think Michelle likes to go out at night. I like to go out during the day. I would love to have a girlfriend or Michelle or someone to work out with, to take walks with, to sit and have a cup of tea with and talk about, it could be philosophy, it could be world events, it could be anything.
Would I like to go to the gym with Etta? Yes, I do. I have a job. I work during the day. So my free time is, it doesn't have to be 10 o'clock going out dancing, but we like to go do that, right? Okay, all right. So it doesn't have to be that.
Yeah.
It could be 5 o'clock. Let's meet for an hour and have a little nosh or something and catch up. To me, that's putting yourself...
Karamo. This is not the Michelle show. It's the Karamo show.